Content-wise, Stars of the Week is actually becoming one of my favorite programs right now in Cut 26 because the cards are really good, including the 4 that dropped today. Let's talk about it. Yo! What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger, and we are back with another Cut 26 video. Let's talk about the brand new Stars of the Week cards. I'm also going to kind of go over yesterday's Names of the Game cards because I missed that video. My apologies for that. There was a really weird server error bug, and you guys let me know in the comment section if you were experiencing this as well. But basically, most of yesterday, I tried to get into the events, and it could have been happening before yesterday, and I just didn't notice it, but I would keep getting kicked out, and it would give me a server error, and the downside to that was that I was not able to play the Gridiron Stars event, which to me is a terrible waste of time to even play. The rewards are not very good, but if you want to collect these Stars of the Week tokens to get a free 93 overall player, the objectives required you to do that. Now, unfortunately, with that server error happening, that meant I couldn't do the objectives, and not doing the objectives meant that I could not get that token from last week. But I think EA maybe recognized that and fixed it, because this is now week number 3 of the program. But if you go into the objectives within the Season 2 Field Pass, and for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, you may have missed week number 1, and that potentially could stop you from getting that token. But if you go to the milestones, these are like ongoing reoccurring objectives that don't disappear, and as you knock them out, the most important thing or best thing you're going to earn are these 84 plus packs. So you get one for the week 0, week 1, and then also week 2 objectives. And just now noticing that they called week 0, now I think I did miss out on a token, unfortunately. The weekly objectives, these are time sensitive, so if you don't get these done by next Wednesday, they reset and go away. And that means you're going to miss out on the Stars of the Week token, which again will equal a free 93 overall player down the road. Now, hopefully they provide more tokens and more weeks from getting those tokens than needed to complete the set. But this week, the 3 objectives are to just play games, whether it's head-to-head or solo seasons, rushing touchdowns, and then getting first downs. Last week, one of those objectives was to play 6 games in that Stars of the Week event, and because I couldn't get into the event section due to that server error, I wasn't able to get them done. Now, to be honest, I procrastinated. I waited until Monday night or Tuesday morning to get them done, so maybe if I would have gotten done earlier, that wouldn't have been a problem. But because of that, and again, let me know if you're in the same boat or if you notice that server error, because of that, I couldn't get last week's objectives done, which now means I'm going to be at least 1 Stars of the Week token short from getting that free 93 overall. And as much as I love the cards that we've been getting from this program so far, I hate the solo challenge rewards. I'm going to talk about this until I'm blue in the face every single week, but we have now week 2 solo challenges. Each week you're going to get 25 stars. The stars, of course, are going to go towards the milestone rewards. The problem here is that if you scroll through the rewards all the way to the very end, this is obviously going to be a long ongoing program because it features games that take place every week, and we are just 2 weeks in, or technically 3 into the college football season. The rewards remain 84 plus packs all the way to the end. So you're looking at 375 stars. The very final reward is still just an 84 plus card. Now, maybe they boost up the odds on those, but we're going to see overall increases, probably one coming soon. And as those happen, the card rewards within these solos just don't simply reflect that. What I would have liked to seen is what they kind of do with the Names of the Game program, where early on, and of course we got new solos yesterday, I'm slacking very badly on these, unfortunately. I've really just lost time to play solos because of all of the other game modes that you can play, whether it's solo seasons, the Names of the Game event, all of the online and offline limited events with the rewards there, like from the Legacies program on Friday. I've lost track of playing solos because all my other time is spent towards playing all those other things. But Names of the Game does it right, because early on you got these reward packs, and then you started getting tokens, and if you collect enough tokens, you can trade them in for a free champion level card. That's what I like to see. That's kind of the design of the solos that I prefer. So they get it right on Names of the Game. Stars of the Week, not so much, but the Stars of the Week cards have been really, really good over the first 3 drops. The one problem that I have with this content is that it's not enough. Like, we want more cards here. So we get 2 90 overall LTDs, and those are going to be James Laurinaitis and then Sawyer Robinson. Out of those two cards, one of them doesn't even play, obviously, because it's a legend in James Laurinaitis. And then the other two cards, the champion level cards, 89s, are really good. We do have lower overall cards after that. I think right now the hero level cards are at 87s. So we got Jaden Pearson and Jamari Taylor. And then if you go down a little bit more, we have elite cards at 85. We got a brand new kicker, which is cool. This is a position I really need to upgrade. So maybe I take a look at that one. They gave us 2 quarterbacks today, so that's a little repetitive, but out of the 4 high-end cards, 2 LTDs, 2 champions, one of them is a player, again, that's not even actively playing college football because it's a legend. There are just way too many games and way too many star performances and way too many players and way too many teams to only have essentially 4 represented in this program. So I really, really wish they would just simply give us more content when it comes to this drop, because as I've said, these cards, especially the ones that came out today, are really good. Price-wise, I don't know what to expect from the LTDs. Early on, they're going to be expensive, but typically they kind of come down in price due to them being in packs for a week and the odds being traditionally pretty good in cut so far. But you got a 6'2" Mike linebacker in James Laurinaitis, 88 speed, 88 tackle, 85 man's pretty solid there, 90 zone, 84 block shed to help against the run, 90 hit power. So I really like this card. Going to be a bit out of my price range as a no money spent account this year, but as he gets closer to like a rental option, I might take a look at him. And then Sawyer Robinson, a little bit slow compared to some of the other better quarterbacks in the game, but you got 90 throw power, 89 short mid throw, the deep is at 87. He can throw the ball. I don't know what type of release he has, but everything else on this card looks really good. But I think I'm even more impressed at the champion level cards because they gave them 90 speed. And if you look across the board right now, the majority of the cards that are getting 90 speed, especially at the skill position players, are LTDs. First one is Amarius Brown, maybe butchered his name. If so, my bad, bro, out of UNLV. He is only 5'10". I don't think that's a completely bad deal breaker to not use him, but a 90 speed cornerback and champion level card should be fairly inexpensive, probably a little bit over 200K early on, but might creep below that 200K mark eventually throughout the next couple days and even end up around 160, 170. With him having this speed, maybe not so much, but overall point here is it shouldn't be super expensive, and you're getting 90 speed, 85 man, 88 zone. So pretty good looking card. And then if you go over to Brennan Thompson, again, only 5'9". He's not a taller guy, but 90 speed at the wide receiver position. I think he'd make a really good slot corner, 86 catch rating, his short, mid, and deep route running all at an 85 plus. So they gave both of these guys good speed. They're on the shorter side, but because of the price and the speed there, I think they're going to be pretty good cards, and they might even be cheaper because they're shorter guys. I might scoop them up because I need a little bit more speed at these positions, but I just hate the lack of players that we get at the high-end level from this program. Now, if you want to get any of those cards, of course, they're going to be items that you can buy on the auction house. We do have training packs that we'll cover here in a moment, but these stories are Stars of the Week set. I keep calling it stories because that's what it was last week, or last year, I should say. These tokens that we talked about within the objectives in the Season 2 Field Pass, you're going to need 17 of them. I'm assuming this will also come into play for bowl games and postseason, because there's typically about 14 to 15 weeks in a college football season. Now, I don't know if that's per team or if we got to factor in bye weeks where every team doesn't play, but it almost feels like there's going to be no room for error. And if you're in a situation like I was in with last week, I might be one token short here and not be able to get this card. So try to stay persistent. Don't wait until the last minute on those objectives. Otherwise, like me, you could miss out on a free 93 overall player. And just real quick, catching up on yesterday's names of the games cards. Solid all around, but not important positions. The 2 LTDs at a 90 overall, you got Judge Collier, and I'm going to butcher dude's first name, so I'm not even going to try. His last name's Knighton, and he's got really cool card art. These cards range right around 7 to 800,000 coins. both 90 speed, like I said, at the LTD level, that's been pretty common. That's why today's cards at the champion level getting 90 speed was a bit of a surprise. They're just shorter players there. But two pretty solid cards. With the champion cards, you know, we got a right guard, we got a fullback, which is actually kind of needed. We don't have a high-end fullback in the game right now. I think there was a defensive end that dropped yesterday. Overall, just not exciting cards, and they're all pretty low in price right now, like 140 to 180 range. So if you're looking for any of those, you can find them fairly cheap outside of the LTDs. Finally, we have pack offers. Of course, if you want to spend $100, you do have a bundle here that's going to give you 4, it looks like 6 Stars of the Week packs, 2 Supreme Fantasy packs, 4 regular Premium Fantasy packs, and then an 88 Plus Champion. So you're not guaranteed a brand new card that came out today, but at least it's a non-B&D pack there. If you're going to be dropping $100, you got some step offers out there, the various money packs, you know the drill here at this point, all of the same stuff. Booster packs, always going to be your best inexpensive option to chase after LTDs and higher end cards there. And if you do get pack trash, which a lot of you probably will, for the money that you're spending, at least you can quick sell that content and get training from it. And of course, the best route to chase after these cards is going to be through rerolls with the training pack. And this 89 plus pack, when you think about it, right, it's still going to have the 2 89s from last week, which would be David Wingate and Justice Haynes, if I'm not misspeaking here. And then the other 4 potential cards are going to be the 2 LTDs that dropped today and then the 2 champions. So you have roughly a high percentage chance at pulling this pack and opening up and getting one of the brand new cards. The champions from last week are about 130 to 150K. So you are going to be at a loss if you're spending training or spending coin purposely to buy training to open this one up. But with that being said, I am pretty close to 8,000 training right now. I think I might open this one up in my next episode of No Money Spent, likely tomorrow, because if we can get one of the 2 new LTDs, that would be fantastic. But even the 289 champions with the 90 speed that came out today, and they're not really expensive already. I just looked at the auction house and CFB.fan. They're already under 200,000 coins. They could be potential upgrades on the team. Also remember, tomorrow is Thursday, which means we get brand new XP objectives, and I don't know where you guys are at. I'll probably be around level 45 once I clean up a couple of objectives that I have to finish, but I think the masses are going to hit level 50 tomorrow, and we got a free cornerback on the way, so some good stuff there. But you can get the cards that dropped today, the non-LTDs, for not many coins already, and if you want to roll it, there is a fairly decent chance at pulling one of the 2 LTDs that came out today, given that there's only 6 cards that can potentially come out of this pack right now, 2 from last week and 4 from this week. So that's it for now. We'll get new Season 2 players tomorrow. I don't think we'll see any more players get put into the trophy store, but Season 2 is kind of coming to an end eventually soon, like fairly soon. It felt like this one kind of breezed by, but that's the content. I think we'll drop a No Money Spent episode tomorrow. I probably won't put out a video covering the 2 cards that we're going to get. Remember, those will be revealed on Twitter later tonight. And of course, Friday, we got part 2 of the Legacies program, which to me, part 1 was pretty good. Hopefully, part 2 gives us more good cards. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching this one. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.